Hey, man, you see how they have my boy Jay Reed? Boy was out of there. Like, I'm talking, he was all the way out, like loopy. But he was talking that talk, though. He was talking that talk. Packed to the bone. He was talking that talk. Welcome to this week's edition of Square Logic. You know, early season, you're still trying to figure things out. You're trying to figure out what teams are and what they're trying to be. And through 2 weeks, the one thing that we found out about the Green Bay Packers is that defense is serious. You're talking so serious that they stopped and dropped Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders on a Thursday night to the tune of 27-18, which means the Packers picked up the dub, as did we. And we now move on to week action with that serious defense going up against another serious defense. Your first road game in Cleveland against the Browns. And when you're talking about defense on defense, and this is exactly what this game is going to be all about. It's going to be all about defense. You got 2 game records on both sides of the ball. You're talking Myles Garrett for the Browns. You're talking Micah Parsons for the Packers. But these defenses are something to behold. Let me hit you with some numbers with my handy dandy device right here. You're talking total defense. Browns first. Packers third. You're talking passing yardage allowed. The Browns are third. The Packers are 10th. Rushing yardage allowed. The Browns are first. The Packers are second. Sacks. The Browns are 9th. Packers are second. But here's where the defense makes a big departure from each other. Points per game allowed, the Browns are 26th in the league at 29 points per game given up, whereas the Packers are 4th in the league, giving up 15.5. These defenses are serious, but one's a little bit more serious. And when you add the fact that you have basically a statue in Joe Flacco at quarterback for the Cleveland Browns against a young, hungry, aggressive, serious defense in the Green Bay Packers with, again, that game record known as Micah Parsons. And then you got Rashawn Gary, and then you got all the Edgerrin Cooper, Quay Walker. You got so many guys that could get to that court. Lucas Van Ness, Devontae Wyatt. You have so many guys that could get to the quarterback. Flacco wasn't exactly mobile when he was in his prime, and now he's way past it, and you're asking him to go up against a stout front with a pretty stout back end. Keyshawn Nixon allowed y'all owe that man an apology. 5 passes defense against the Commanders on Thursday. But you have to be careful with games like this. It's setting up to be the perfect trap game. You cannot allow yourself to play down to the record. You have to continue to be young, hungry, fast, aggressive. And that's on both sides of the football. This Packers offense is going to have their work cut out for them. Again, Myles Garrett on that side of the ball trying to get after Jordan Love. Jordan Love's going to have to take calculated risks. He's going to have to be smart, the way he has been in these first 2 ball games. They have to get Josh Jacobs established to kind of stave off that rush a little bit, keep them honest. And you got to get these young receivers involved. Again, Jaden Reed, my boy, they had him loopy. He had 2 surgeries, one on the clavicle and one on that Jones fracture, which I said weeks ago he was probably going to need surgery to correct it, but I digress. This is the perfect opportunity to get Matthew Golden and Savion Williams involved. You saw them a little bit more involved, especially Savion, in that victory against the Commanders. They're going to naturally be progressing into this offense a lot more. You know what Dobbs is going to bring to the table. You know what Wicks is going to bring to the table. You know what Tucker Kraft's going to bring to the table. It was a Tucker Kraft game on Thursday. But you cannot play down to the record of the Browns. If you are serious, as we see that you are on tape, at least through these 2 weeks, you're going to have to come in, impose your will, and try to get out of Cleveland with a W. So with that being said, who wins? Who prevails? Week 3, Packers, Browns, in Cleveland. I got to go Green Bay 33, Cleveland 17. I think this defense will not allow this team to play down to the record of the Browns. Yeah, they got some young talent. You know, you got Jerry Jeudy at wide receiver. You got some rookies in there that are trying to sprinkle in and learn their way around the league. But this is a nasty defense for the Packers. And it has been a smart offense for the Packers. I think they continue to put that all together, not allow themselves to play down to their record, and avoid any of that craziness that usually happens on the road in professional sports. You have a good team coming in against a bad team, and the bad team gets all that good home juju and bites them in the rear. I think they avoid all that and come out of Cleveland with the W. Their first of 4 out of 5 weeks on the road, you got to start off on the right foot. Packers over Browns, 33-17. Green Bay defeats Cleveland, 33-17. Remember, it does not matter the score. All that matters, as I said, that Green Bay will defeat Cleveland this Sunday in Cleveland. Who do you think will win? Let us know down below. But until then, I'm T Squared. This has been Squared Logic. We out.